Hey y'all, it's Fabulous here again. I'm back with a new video and I'm going from Ratchet to Glam. Okay y'all, so let's get started on this look. I have to go out tonight and I look really ratchet, so I'm going to do a quick faux sew in weave with a lace closure, and I'm going to slay it really quick and get ready to head out. These are the few things you're going to be needing to start this faux sew in weave. You're going to need a weaving net, some clips, some combs, a hairbrush, scissors, and a razor comb, and a flat iron. Okay, with my part on the side, because I do want a side part, I'm going to be braiding my hair straight back. The first braid I'm going to braid is going to start from the sides of my hair, from the corners of my ears, and I'm going to braid it straight back across my neck towards the left side of my head. Now that my first braid is done, I'm going to braid the other side of my head towards my ear. I'm going to do the braiding straight back again, but I'm going to connect the first braid until with this braid that went across in the back towards my neck. And now that my first two braids, I call those braids my base, my foundation base braid, I'm going to continue braiding the rest of my hair. I'm just going to braid it straight back, but just to eliminate any bulkiness from under my weave, because I want this to be as flat as possible. I'm going to reconnect every last braid tail with the other braid, and I'm just going to go straight across. This will help my braiding partner to be as flat as possible. Ooh, and look at my head. Look at the shape of my head. My hair is complete. My braided part is complete. I have a base, and look at those edges. My hair has always been thin, so y'all don't be judging me talking about she got thin hair. My hair has always been thin. I've never remember my hair being thick. Anyway, I have a good base pattern now. Now we're going to move on to applying this weave. But first, we're going to apply our weaving net. When you use the weaving net, it just gave you a great base. It helps you sew in between your tracks in between your braiding partner to apply more tracks to your head. Now, applying the weaving net to your head, you want to measure it to the shape of your head. So usually it's a really big piece. So I just apply it to my head, and I start off in the back. I connect it by sewing it, and then after that I cut out the extra pieces, and I just sew down the rest of the piece to my head, and I go around and sew the rest of it around the shape of my head. This will just help it stay put when I do take out the cut off the extra pieces. Okay, y'all, so now that I have my weaving net applied to my head, we're going to go in and start to apply the closure. I'm going to line the closure parting up with my own parting space. I'm going to measure it directly on my scalp. And of course, to start sewing it down, I'm going to apply 2 pins on the side just to give me an extra hold, so as I sew it doesn't shift around. I'm going to apply the pins, and then I'm going to take my needle and thread, and I'm going to start sewing the closure on. Starting from one side, I'm going to sew all the way back, and then I'm going to move over to the other side and sew from the front of my hair going towards the back. And then I'm going to connect the two sewing in the back. I'm going to go across and around the closure in the back. Now, as you can see, my closure is sewn down, is really flat. This is how I like it to be, really, really flat. And to ensure that my closure is still flat, as long as I have my weave on and it doesn't shift, when I start to apply my tracks to my head, my first piece, I start off to apply it directly on the closure piece. This just helps my closure stays flat. It doesn't crumble up. It doesn't get bulky as I sew. So I start out with my first track, and I go directly from one side of my closure, and I sew going towards my ears and going towards the back. And I go around to the other side of my head and sew the track down to the other side of the closure. I hope that makes sense to you guys, but this is how I always do to ensure that my closure doesn't shift and it doesn't move at all. Once I apply the first track to my head, this is pretty much my base of my track. I know I have base for everything, but I'm going to start and apply the rest of the track to my head, going just pretty much in the same direction, just going around my head. And I doesn't cut my tracks, except I really have to cut it. Usually it's at the top of my head, but I try not to cut because it promotes a lot of shedding, so I try not to cut. So I just go ahead and I apply the tracks till I get to the top of my hair where the closure piece is. Was a lot of Yeah, that was a lot of work. If you are not used to doing a sew in, yeah, this is going to take you a bit of time, but it's a lot of work to get your own hair done. Anyway, I'm going to apply my last piece. This is the last piece. I measure it exactly to the length of the closure piece. So I'm just going to apply the last track, the last piece. I'm going to sew it down around the closure piece, just to make sure I have a neat closing and everything is secure and in place. And that is the end of the sew in. As you guys can see, my lace closure is sewn down extremely flat. My hair is sewn down really flat, and it's very neat. I'm going to move on now to the styling of this hair. Now for the styling of this hair, I'm going to start off with my blow dryer. As you can see, the hair is type of it got that little wavy look, and I'm going to try to make it straight a little bit, um, not too much, but straighten this blow dryer a little bit so it gets straightened a little bit before I go into curling it. Now, as you can see, the hair is a little bit straight. Now that I'm done blow drying, I'm just going to cut off this extra lace piece in the front of my hair. Is secure now, and it's flat, and I'm loving it. So I just went ahead and I cut it off. And now I'm going to go on and add a little bit of layers to this hair. I'm going to use my razor, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of shape. I'm going to trim some of it off just to add some layers. This will just help me give the hair a bouncy, voluminous look once I went ahead and put some curls in. So I'm just layering it with my razor. I'm going to go all around and take off some extra pieces. And now moving on to the curling of this hair. I am going out tonight to get my party on, and I will be dancing, moving around, probably sweating, and I do want my curls to last a little bit longer. So instead of me just curling and letting my curls hang, I'm going to do a little pin-up curl. This will actually help my curl to cool off completely before I take it down, and this helps your curls to last much more longer during the night or during the day. And I love to curl this way, especially when I'm going out, because it just helps my curls last long. Now the curling technique I'm going to be using, I'm going to be curling away from my face. This just gave me pretty bouncy curls, that pretty voluminous look that I love. And the curling iron I'm using, I think it's a 1 inch or ½ inch curling iron. But I'm just going to curl, and then I'm going to pin it up. This will just give me a nicely tight curls, and it's going to make my curls last all night long. And now for the fun part, I am done curling this hair. The fun part, I went ahead, I changed my shirt because I'm ready to go. And of course, I went and applied some makeup on I'm all glam up and ready to go out to party. Now I'm going to take down my curls. I know it look a mess because when I was doing my makeup, it was dropping a little bit, so it do look a mess. But I'm going to take down my curls now so you guys can see the finished results. And finally, we at the end of my sew in. There's 4 sew in. I'm just going to do a couple of finishing touches just to make sure I'm slaying right. I'm just going to take my foundation powder and I'm going to apply it to my parting space onto my closure just to make sure that my closure looks seamless. And then I went ahead and I slicked down my edges already, even though I don't have that many edges, but I slick it down already. And I'm just going to take my flat irons now and just make sure my hair is slayed on top, making sure that I don't have any type of flyaways on top of my head, making sure that my top of my hair is slick down. And after that, this is pretty much it. As you guys can see, my parting space do look seamless. I'm going to take a comb now and I'm going to comb my hair going towards the back. This just makes your curls fall right into place. It makes your curls look seamless and it just looks voluminous and so pretty. This is the end result, you guys. Tell me I didn't go from ratchet to glam. Tell me I didn't go from ratchet to fabulous. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I have many more sew-ins coming up. As always, I love you guys. I will catch you all in my next video. Bye-bye.